What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I go by J2ATV, and today we're going to be talking about why Yamcha is the greatest character in Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, nah. I'm sorry for those of y'all that we lost immediately when I said that. What we're actually going to talk about is why Yamcha is the biggest loser in anime history.
I do not know what this Yamcha is, but it sounds disappointing.
Also, if you guys didn't notice, we are in a new space, and I'm not sitting in my kitchen with a blank wall in the background and no furniture and echoey sound with no mic. So we're moving up in the world. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Please smash the subscribe button for me, please, guys. Thank you guys for all the subs. I really appreciate it. We're gonna keep the videos coming. And don't think I forgot about Avatar. A lot of Avatar content will be headed to the page very shortly. When we really look at DBZ in general, there's a lot of characters that are just kind of useless, you know? Like, we got Tien, Yamcha, Krillin, and they're all kind of characters that carried over from the Dragon Ball series prior. Yamcha's one of those characters that got done even more dirty than Gohan in terms of Akira Toriyama's writing. When we look back to Dragon Ball, Yamcha was kind of tough. He was kind of him. Afraid of women, yeah, he had that whole thing.
But I will overcome my fear of women.
But for the most part, his character, like the way that he was drawn, like just looked cool. He had like the loose hanging outfit. He was a bandit. He was like kind of like that stereotypical, you know, cartoon bad boy. He had Bulma. He had the girl. He had the look. You know, he kind of had the attitude. He fought Goku. He had all of that kind of like bandit, as I said, bandit, bad boy, desert thing going for him. And it was really working at that time in Dragon Ball. I mean, he was introduced as a very skilled and respected martial artist. But as the story progressed, so did Yamcha's character, and not necessarily in a good way. So one of the most iconic moments kind of in meme history, but also just in Dragon Ball in general, that kind of contributes to Yamcha's loser persona is the Cyberman Incident. Remember when Yamcha faced off with these little green cabbage doo-doo looking creatures during the Saiyan saga? Yeah, it didn't end up very good for your boy Yamcha. Yamcha ended up in the Cyberman Incident moment because he was doing something honorable. You know, Krillin, he kind of saw Krillin struggling and knew he might not be strong enough to take on the Cybermen, so he kind of steps in to fight on his behalf. And albeit it ended up turning him into one of the biggest laughingstocks and memes of all time, but at least there was some, you know, good backing behind that moment. Also, I want to note that a lot of people forget that Yamcha is just a human being. You know, a lot of these other characters end up becoming extremely powerful. There's aliens, you know, we got green dudes running around and all types of stuff, and he's just a regular guy. A lot of people seem to forget that. He does hold a lot of L's though. Can't protect him from everything, but it's just something to keep in mind in terms of power scaling. So Yamcha's romantic life has always kind of played a part in his unfortunate reputation as a character throughout the series. The dude had a tumultuous relationship with Bulma. I mean, she was, you know, one of the Prince of All Saiyans' eventual wife, you know, billionaire genius, everything. Like, she was the cream of the crop, you know, she was the prize. And bro just fumbled the bag. In the beginning of the series, they're in kind of an on-again, off-again relationship. And then eventually we come to find out that Yamcha cheated.
Let's go over and make a big entrance together.
Yeah, sure, let's go see Yamcha.
Even some of the writers and the people associated with the show were confused and shocked by this. Like, take a look at this. So yeah, I mean, Akira Toriyama just was kind of set out to, you know, just destroy your boy's character. There's really not a lot of other ways to look at it. Think about how much of an L it is that you get killed in an incident that involved the lesser non-existent fighter that worked under your ex-girlfriend's future baby daddy. I mean, that is like tabloid level script writing right there.
Man, what the f is you talking about?
Was that?
I'm sorry, man. I wasn't thinking about it.
So I know I touched on this a little bit earlier, but again, power creep and lack of significance is something that kind of plagues Dragon Ball in general as a series. Without a doubt, Dragon Ball Z is one of the most popular animes and just television shows of all time, period. And, you know, it gets a bad rap for its power scaling, and some of the main Saiyan characters, like, they just get stronger and stronger and stronger, so much so that a lot of the side characters kind of just stand around and watch. Like, there's been tons of media that has kind of made fun of this. You know, we kind of had a lot of side characters. You had your main group, which was, you know, Goku, Vegeta, Future Trunks, Gohan, Piccolo, and then, you know, you kind of had your side characters. Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu. I don't even really want to put Chaozu on the list. He doesn't even really deserve to be there after this.
Now you see him, now you don't.
But yeah, there's kind of a very clear split between characters that matter and could actually do something and those that really don't. Please enjoy this very quick highlight reel of some of Yamcha's greatest L's. It's kind of sad that Yamcha never even got a chance at a redemption arc. You know, when you look at Gohan's character and how badly his character was dismissed after the Cell Saga, at least he was given the chance during the Buu Saga to have the ultimate Gohan moment and kind of like return to that badassness that he once had when he went Super Saiyan 2 against Cell, and like kind of the, you know, the little blips of power that he had, you know, versus Frieza and some other characters, even Raditz earlier in the series. Yamcha just never even gets that chance. When we look at Super, he gets a cameo in Super. He ends up becoming a professional baseball player after he retires from fighting, which in and of itself is pretty cool, you know, when you think that he's a human and, you know, he was one of the strongest fighters in the world, but then just, you know, ends up going to play professional baseball. But the writers couldn't even let my man get that. Like, they made a reference to the Yamcha pose in that episode and didn't give him his shine. You know, it's just, he's just one of, I'm sorry, like, he's just destined to be one of the biggest losers in anime history. I'd be shocked to find many other characters that could keep up. Imagine alternate Dragon Ball Z timelines where Yamcha would be a badass. Like, imagine instead of Dr. Gero sticking his entire arm through Yamcha's neck, basically, it was through his back, but through his neck during the Android Saga, imagine if Yamcha revealed some type of hidden power and just became like this new hidden badass, and everyone's just kind of like, Yamcha, I didn't even know, like, oh, you've been training so hard for these 3 years where everyone's been in hiding, and, you know, Bulma's like kind of looking at him and like trying to look at Vegeta to make sure she ain't looking at him type thing. Like, imagine what could have been. But nonetheless, guys, Yamcha's journey in Dragon Ball is one filled with highs and lows. While he may be labeled as the biggest loser by many, it's essential to appreciate the nuances of his character and the impact that he's had on anime culture, whether that be for the good or for the bad. What are you guys' thoughts on Yamcha? Is he truly the biggest loser in anime history, or does he deserve a second chance? Share you guys' opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to smash the like button if you enjoyed my commentary on Yamcha and Dragon Ball in general. Or, you know, if you want to just give me an early Christmas present, even though it's February, I would really appreciate that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Again, please make sure you like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm trying to grow the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, y'all. Until next time, J2A TV out. Actually, we got to end this in Yamcha pose. Until next time, J2A TV out.
Too many times I feel like I'm out of love. Is you really rocking with me, or is it a dub? I ain't playing with you, don't you treat me like a scrub. You could be my queen, you with it.